I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Jeff Puritt. He is the President and CEO of TELUS International. Hi, Jeff. It's great to see you.
Hey, Judy. Very nice to be here with you.
Thank you. Now, quick note to our viewers, this interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. Okay, so Jeff, you recently went public on the New York Stock Exchange and you released your first results as a publicly traded company. Why do you think your Q4 and full year 2020 results were successful despite the challenging environment throughout most of 2020?
Well, going public on the 3rd was a pretty exciting day indeed for my team and I. As you can imagine, we've been working towards that remarkable milestone for many, many years, and nice to be on to the next phase of our journey as a public issuer. I think our success through 2020, Q4 in particular, is really a consequence of two elements of our business. First and foremost, our corporate culture, our highly engaged team, boy, oh boy, demonstrated a level of resiliency in the face of unprecedented quarantine restrictions, really helped to rally and answer the challenge of virtualization. And then a corollary to that, our technology capabilities, having built our business in the cloud essentially at first instance, leveraging virtualization technology across the globe, really meant that we were ready to respond to the opportunity that the pandemic thrust upon all of us in the world in terms of finding a way to be online and yet still be able to meet customer expectations around the world.
Okay, so let's talk about CX. Why is digital CX such a hot topic right now, and how has the pandemic changed the way global brands approach CX?
I think CX and digital CX in particular was already critically important pre-pandemic, but I think the pandemic almost shortened sort of the space-time continuum. There's been so many examples out there in the public environment now around how people's digital transformation requirements have accelerated tenfold, sort of days and years almost, because of the need, the requirement to now virtualize almost everything. CX was already becoming one of those primary considerations. Instead of what you were buying, whether it was a product or a service, it's how you were buying it, how you could interact with your product or service provider. And in many cases, it was that client experience that became more the dominant consideration for purchasers in how they chose or what they chose to consume. Now, virtualizing that entire ecosystem has become more important than ever. And our approach to this business, not just pre-pandemic, but frankly, since our inception, has been to focus on the client experience and recognize that it is a personalized, effortless, anticipatory dynamic that will win the day in the long term. Technology for us is really just an enabler, a catalyst, an amplifier for those experiences, but focusing on that human outcome is really the priority.
All right, now Jeff, finally, tell me, where do you find inspiration for new innovations in your digital CX offering?
Well, I think it's sort of bi-directional for us. Obviously, we anticipate that customers are coming to us for our expertise. And so we've invested significantly both in highly skilled, talented human beings who are populating our business in totality, and in particular in our innovation lab, or our iLab as we call it, which is really sort of our R&D center of excellence. But we're also partnering with our customers, and they obviously are a source of innovation and creativity as well, and partnering with them, bringing their ideas, their business models, and co-creating sort of these new next-gen solutions, leveraging sort of a wide array of technology, whether it's augmented intelligence, automation, natural language processing, and then, of course, IoT, cloud computing, big data analytics. The opportunity to partner and bring these new ideas to life is really sort of how we hope to continue to progress the business.
All right, wonderful. Now, Jeff, it was great to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on NYSE Floor Talk.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for your time, Judy.